Hello everyone, Baki here back for another Ambitious Cruise video. So today I'm just doing a quick video here showing you my playthrough for the first day of treasure map, my accumulative NAV levels. I've gotten to NAV level 125. So we're seeing here the team still work perfectly. We still have a lot of damage, meaning we don't have to tap on a lot of units yet. And also the intrusion team, I'm not going to show that in this video because one, I am using the NAV skipping strategy where I don't fight the intrusion, just so I can get more navs done, but also because I showed my intrusion team in the prep video and it works exactly as that. I have tested it in the first intrusion fight. I did fight it and it worked perfectly. But for this team against Pudding, I really didn't change anything here. One thing I forgot to note in the video is that he already has a sailor ability that allows you to inflict resistance down on the enemy, so you get even more damage than I predicted for this team, which is very nice. um, yeah, specials are fast. Jumbe is very fast. Same with Raja and Nougat. You can just tap a good on one of your units and then a great on Zoro, and that deals about 30 million damage, and that's enough to kill at this stage. Pudding is the weakest mini boss. Um, Next mini boss is going to be against Gallade. No, wait, first Brule. So Brule, this team is um, basically the exact same. I did change the support of Mr. 3 from Garp to the K-Dad unit. The reason for that is Garp doesn't need the cooldown, but K-Dad does need that one turn of cooldown if you don't have him expanded. If you have him expanded, it really doesn't matter where your Mr. 3 support is. The main reason we are using him is for the damage reduction to survive the death hit from Brule. But mostly these teams are exactly the same. This support I changed, and besides that the mini bosses are exactly the same. The final boss team, however, I did drastically change. I changed Reiju, the arena character. I changed her to Akainu. Not only is he a higher booster, but he also has a very nice burn effect, which allows us to deal with the revive. It just completely takes care of the revive if you are at a higher nav level. So that's going to be very nice for speed, and also Akainu is more points, as I said. And you'll see what other changes I made. But here, just use Garp and then your K-Dad, and then you can kill. My tap timing there was very poor. Um, and I also forgot to use Zoro on stage 2. I think the issue with that was I got the cooldown on stage 1. So usually in that case, you'd want to use Zoro on stage 2, getting his orb boost for the final stage, and then you can just use K-Dad special. You don't have to waste time and use their super class because their special gives a full board of matching orbs anyways. And then for the Gallade fights, this team is also exactly the same. It's very fast. It's quite a bit of specials and supports, but the specials are extremely fast. Kaku especially is basically instantaneous, so very happy with that. And also Onami is so perfect with that quick Sanji. Such a perfect combo for this quest specifically, considering that Sanji also gets around the threshold and gives a conditional attack boost. So for this team, we are just tapping on the turtles on stage 1. It's very fast, so I'm not too concerned about that. It really doesn't make a difference to the speed in the long run. We use Cat, get his orb boost and attack boost for the final stage, extend the orb boost and give a chain lock from Kikunojo and Izo, also changing our Cat orbs into Wano, making sure we have at least 5 slashes on the crew so that we can get those Wano orbs. Against Galatia, we can use the special of Kaku, getting that buffed attack boost, buffing the 2.5x to 2.75x. We have to use Cat's super type, unfortunately, for the turn of cooldown. But as you can see, the Kaku is really fast. And then Sanji is also pretty fast, not the fastest, but pretty decent. And then we can just kill from there. On the revive, the last turn of bind goes away, and then we can just use the special of Mihawk to wave clear. So as you can see, very fast team. Later on, I will add the support of Sai Odin for a color affinity. But besides that, this team should work superbly. Obviously, the higher level and expansion your Cat Viper is, the more damage it's going to be. However, if you are going to run Gallade in the mid-map, basically that means you fight Gallade in the middle of the map, and you could actually use this team. This is a team using Daruma. He's a very nice captain that allows you to get minus 4 cooldown to your crew. If you don't know how useful this is, it's basically very nice if you want to get cooldown and a unit on your team doesn't get quest cooldown and they need a shit ton of cooldown from the captain. So in this case, Roger and Zoro are both very nice characters for mid-map encounters because they deal very high damage that can basically just one-shot the enemy in the mid-map. So for this team, if you are using this, you need a support of Mr. 3 on your Zoro for cooldown, or you could have your Zoro expanded either way. Stage 1 you use Oprah, Stage 2 you use Oprah as well, and then on the final stage you use Zoro to get around the threshold and deal 1.5 million fixed damage, and then just use Hody to end the enemy, and then on the revive just use Roger. So that's how that team works. If you want to use that, it is an option, but I'm personally not going to do it because Gallade is going to be quite slow if you go for her on the mid map, because not only is she a very long route, but also there is the chance that you land on the negative compass, which delays the amount of points you take to get to the final boss. So it's going to be very annoying for stamina and also for speed to go for Gallade on the mid map. So I would recommend keeping Gallade, just you fighting her in the boss rush. And then for this team against Smoothie, it works exactly as planned. One thing that one of my AF members told me about was that you can't start in the Arlong form of Arlong crew, because then it's not a slasher character and then Kikunojo will not give Wano orbs. So make sure you start off in the Hachi form, which gives you a slasher character. It makes it a lot easier. You don't have to worry about anything. Use their special on stage 1 for wave clear and also cooldown. And then stage 2, Kikunojo and Izo with your Toki. Make sure you use Toki. That's the main issue with this team, is that you have to remember to use Toki. Otherwise, you are royally fucked, because you lose. You're basically going to be screwed because you get slot bind and despair in your captains. Your crewmates are binded. You are basically stranded with nothing, and you are going to have to use a revive gem. So yeah, just start your chain with Carrot and then kill the other one. I'm not running the Bartolomeo support, the Bonnie support on Barto quite yet, because it's unnecessary to remove the crewmate bind if we're not even going to tap on the crewmates yet. But eventually, when we have to activate the chain for both Carrots, then I will activate that support. And then even later on, I will add the support of Sai Odin for a color affinity boost. Final boss team, this is what I am running now. We changed treasure map Orobi to the Dex Rare Recruit 1 from the Luffy and Yamato batch. This character is very nice to get around the damage reduction on stage 2. She's also a Dex character, meaning she's even more type advantage, another attacking unit that's going to be dealing a lot of damage to the enemy. She was also going to have the support of Mr. 1, allowing us to get a chain boost and also get around the 1 turn of paralysis on stage 2. We have the support on Luffy of Sabo on Luffy and Yamato to get around 2 of the 7 turns of the defense up on the final stage. We have Kuzan support to get around another 2 turns of the defense up on the final stage. And then we have the super swap of our Nami and Carrot to get around the last 3 turns. So the issue was with the team I showed you in the video is that we kind of just ignored the defense up because we had the defense down from Reiju. But unfortunately for the revive, that wouldn't last and we would have to deal with enemy having defense up on their revive. And even though it's only 10 million HP, with that defense up, it's almost impossible to kill the enemy. So I've improved this team, making sure that we can kill on the revive, and then later on, when you get to a high NAV level, then Akainu's burn will just completely KO the revive without any effort. So I think I'm just about to the point where Akainu is going to kill on the revive. Stage 2, we can use our Luffy and Yamato swap and special. Make sure you are starting off in their Dex form, swapping into strength. Unfortunately, if you start off in a strength form, they won't get their super swap charged. Then use your Jumbe and Sanji to get around the barrier. And then finally, your Robin for locking your orbs. Those Wano orbs is very nice. And also getting the support of Mr. 1. Just tap a good on your units, Akainu kills. And then on the final stage, we'll activate the rest of our units. And honestly, at this point, for quite a while, you don't even need to use the special of your Nami and Carrot. It wastes a bit of time, and you really don't get anything. They do give a chain boundary, but Sanji already gives that, so unless damage is really tight, then it's better to use numbing carrots because they have a better chain boundary effect. But overall, for now, I'm just using Sanji and Akainu and then the super swap, and that's enough to kill. So Sanji is very nice, also getting rid of the barrier of 3 recovery slots, and then we can just kill from here. Hit a great. Make sure you have your tap timings right, because otherwise your speed will be hindered quite significantly. See, they 10 million HP revive and 9.8 million damage. So you see, probably 2 more navs and I will have that revive completely handled with the burn, and then it'll be a lot faster. So that's gonna be it for my playthrough. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you can make the adjustments to the final boss team, because I know some people will probably come to me and ask about the final boss team I showed in the video, because the revive is very rough and very slow if you do use that team. I don't think it's even possible to kill on the revive, but I haven't even tested that, so this team is just a much better version, better points, better damage, because you are using the Dex version of Robin instead. But that's going to be for the video. Tomorrow I will have my probably 200 to 250 nav playthrough, because I am grinding for 450 navs. But that's going to be for the video. Pretty unedited video. Just very informative, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.